Okay, welcome to the Kingdom Hearts podcast, everybody. My name is Nair Sagan fan in Kentucky. Why don't you introduce yourselves? The-
Oh, you want to go first, Lucky, or me?
I guess I can go first. Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky G7 here. Y'all probably know me from my own individual channel and stuff I do there. But I'm here to, of course, talk with, some of my friends here about Kingdom Hearts. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice to see you.
Well, I'm the new Diaz, big Kingdom Hearts fan, playing it since the beginning, and I don't have any intention of stopping now.
Well, that was the first topic. How did you get into Kingdom Hearts?
Me, personally, I saw a commercial on TV back in 2002, and I wanted to play it, but Blockbuster never had any copies for like a couple months.
Oh,
They had no
Blockbuster.
copies, and because it was probably that popular back then.
Yeah.
I remember I rented it. I watched the commercial for the first time ever in about 2002. Then I rented it at Blockbuster, and I got lost at that one world where I had to look for some water. Then a few months later, I rented it again to try it again. Then, of all people, my dad helped me helped me to find the water for the raft.
Yeah, that
doing
will
race?
that will do a lot of things for sure.
Yeah, I went to the I should have went to the lake water when I was going to the sea water. Uh,
um,
then it became my favorite game ever since.
let's see. As for me, here's the interesting thing. I didn't technically have a PS2 at the time when Kingdom Hearts first came out, but my cousin had a PS2, so he had the game. And I remember, I was watching him play through the game, and occasionally we would just take turns, doing certain levels and whatnot. But I remember really liking what I saw just based on what the first game had. And then, well, not to say I'm pretty sure it's a genuine nitpick from a lot of the Kingdom Hearts community, but the final battle against Ansem, not that it wasn't fun, but it could be a bit of a hassle to get through, if you know what I mean. At least the first time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I it's all coming back to me. But it was worth the end. And the ending, I was playing the game with my friend, and he cried at the ending when Sora and Kairi got separated. And well, it made me sad. I said they'll reunite again in the sequel.
I was like, wait, you ended this first game off. I was like, wait, did we pull an Empire Strikes Back right off the gate in the first?
Yeah,
okay, I guess we did.
I had a feeling that Nomura knew this game would be a success, and he took that risk by allowing it to end like that.
I mean, it was a pretty ballsy call, for sure.
I know. It's Disney. It's supposed to be happily ever after.
Well,
yeah, but
I guess that depends, because even Disney now is kind of going into some darker places, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So let's get off to the next topic.
Like a game in between 1 and 2 to see them reunite, Sora and Kyrie.
I remember seeing the commercials of Chain of Memories. I didn't think it was canon. You know what I mean?
Here's
Yeah,
the
you
interesting
think-
thing about me. I didn't even know Chain of Memories existed because I remember jumping straight into like Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, who the hell? I was like, wait, did I miss something? Like, did something happen in between?
Yeah, you're like the opening.
game and the second
The
game?
opening song is showing Chain of Memories footage, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah. I was like, I don't recall this happening at the end of the first game.
Like, who's this pink-haired dude with the scythe, and why is Ansem back and fighting Riku?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that one scene when Ansem came back, even though we didn't know it was Riku, I was like, "Oh, great, he's alive." I thought we were gonna fight him again.
Yeah.
Thought he was gonna be the main bad guy.
Kind of feel Ansem is kind of overused at this point.
Yeah, I remember being blown away by that Xehanort twist when it was. I said, not even M. Night Shyamalan could have made that work.
I'm not saying something.
Yeah. What a twist! Okay, let's
I
get.
feel like with Ansem, you fight him every game.
Yeah. What's your favorite game in the series? That's my second topic of the day.
And that's tough. I mean, if we're going nostalgia's sake, I would probably say 1, but and I know some people want to say 3 is not perfect just because it felt a little easy, but I don't know. It's somewhere between the 3 games. If I had to pick just based off memory, not a melody, for someone makes that reference. Maybe 2. I'll probably say 2. It's my favorite game.
Yep, 2 is mine. I wanted 3, but 3 had so many issues with its story, like with pacing, and I gotta say 2.
Well, that and of course with 3, like we had to wait until Remind to improve a few things upon it, but you know,
Yeah.
the other thing.
If it weren't for Remind, 3 probably wouldn't be my favorite of the series. But I think Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind is my favorite because you get to play.
You count that as 3? Are you
Well-
just counting that separate from 3?
Say it again.
Are you just counting that separate as its own thing from 3?
I still think it's part of 3. Anyway, I said if it weren't for 3, Kingdom Hearts 2 would still be my favorite.
Here's the weird thing. If we were to discredit the after credit scene in 2, I think 2 would have been a good spot to end it.
Yeah, me too. Only I
Yeah,
would
2
have ended
kind of
it.
opened a can of worms with that and that secret ending.
I did.
I'm pretty sure everyone thought that was going to be the 3rd game. But no, it was actually really a prequel.
Yeah, and I remember people were saying Sora's not going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 because I don't remember why. It was 2007.
2000, all right.
Yeah,
It
I think
was.
it was 06 2 came out.
Let me see. I'm double checking on the date. Actually, it was 2005. Believe it or
I
not.
mean, I was talking about
Probably in Japan, but we didn't get it to 6.
Oh, right.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. 2006. Man. That's crazy how much time has flown
I
by.
just remember playing that Stone. 2 was the one I played the most because it was just so good.
Yeah.
Even if it made the story more confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for like all the new people out there going like, hey, let's go to Kingdom Hearts 1. Actually, no. See, I'll be honest, I'm actually kind of jealous at some of like the new fans that come out there now because you've got 1.5 plus 2.5, that little combo pack. I'm like, see, I wish we had something like that because it would have been much easier to
Yeah,
deal
we had to
with.
wait like what 10 years to get the final mix versions.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we got them because it added a lot to the games.
It made it much more efficient too than just saying, "Oh, here, get this console, get this handheld console." It's like, can we just get it on like one? So
Especially
it's
two because it finally gave us the Roxas fight we were denied.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because that fight with Roxas in 2 is, oh my god, that was so good.
I'll go ahead and say this. I think out of all like the covers, which is again kind of tricky because I think they're all good, but I think my favorite one would probably have to be the second one in terms of like visual
The game
aesthetics. Though.
covers?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Did you like Birth by Sleep?
yeah.
They're like, what?
Birth by Sleep.
I think
Yeah,
that was
Birth by Sleep was like third best. It
I
was
wasn't-
second, but 3 took the second spot.
I'll say this: I wasn't too sure what to think about Birth by Sleep when it was coming out, but then when I played the game, I was like, actually, that adds a lot more to the lore than I initially thought. So I was like, that actually turned out to be pretty good.
You actually show a lot of it like fit into place a lot from if you go to the first and second one. It all fit together in Birth by Sleep.
It did.
Because it shows why Xemnas looks like why Terra looks like Xemnas and why Roxas looks like Ven.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember when I heard Leonard Nimoy as Xehanort for the first time. I was like, how did they get him?
Right?
Yeah, you'd think he would have cost a lot, probably as much as Lee did.
You think?
So I can imagine Lee was not cheap.
No, of course not.
I wasn't surprised Hamill was doing it because he does those kinds of things. He does voice act roles,
Yeah.
and both of them were great.
Plus, I did like in Birth by Sleep how it showed like the first 8 members of the organization before they became nobodies.
Yeah, I was hoping for that scene too.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like, you think that Lee and Ven scene was kind of like giving like a Roxas Ven thing,
Good question.
or an actual Roxas dynamic, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say is the worst game of the series?
Recoded.
The funny thing is that okay, I know a lot of people want to point to Chain of Memories, but I thought Chain of Memories was okay. I actually liked the whole card system aspect, albeit certain bosses weren't the best ones to deal with, and I can't believe I'm blanking on who's the final boss in Chain of Memories. I'm trying to remember now.
In Sora's story, it's Marluxia.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Marluxia.
Like the first time around, first and second time I think I could deal with them. The third time it took forever. I was like, really? Like, we really pulling what we did before? Okay.
I kind of feel Vexen was harder than Marluxia.
Vexen was hard for sure.
I had PTSD of Marusha. I mean, Vexen.
But then you get Riku's story, which is just easy mode, basically.
It was.
But was it intentional?
I don't know, maybe, but like the preset deck thing, the only time it like worked against you was in Wonderland because you had such a low deck amount.
It did. Nah, but Riku's deck, I'll be honest, was like so overpowered though. Like I remember playing through and I was like, really? like I was like,
Yeah, it's basically easy mode.
That's right.
I was so disappointed they didn't get Billy Zane back.
Yeah, that was weird going from Zane to Epcar.
It was.
Epcar is good, but like Zane added more of like I don't know what the word like.
Emotion?
He emoted more when he talked as Ansem.
Yeah, he did.
Like especially at the end of the first game, with his little monologue before the first fight with him.
Yeah.
Darkness is the heart's true essence.
Imagine like
Yeah, Zane.
I was just gonna say, it was like imagine going from Kingdom Hearts to Chain of Memories when you're playing Sora and he has like the soft squeaky voice, and then you go to Chain of Memories like we're just going immediately. What the?
You get that with Rechain of Memories.
Yeah, Chain of Memories.
You get two voice Sora in Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love Haley Joel Osment, but they should have gotten a younger actor to play as Sora.
Yeah.
or at least release Chain of Memories like within that time span where he was still KH1 Sora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Dream Drop went back to KH1 Sora.
Yeah,
and it still sounded awkward.
I don't think I like Dream Drop Distance that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best. Like the spirit things is just annoying, just trying to get like the materials to get them maxed out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, plus they ruined Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, totally. That like really? You didn't even fight Frollo?
Nope.
That would have been awesome.
That's your trade-off. You get that, but
like you could have turned him into the Wargoyle. Like what was so hard about that?
I know.
Ask Namor, he probably knows.
Then again, this is a series that nixed Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, so
good point.
I watched that movie the other day, by the way.
He had Zaldin in place of him.
Wait, which version? Live action or animated?
The animated one.
The
good one.
The
Actually,
animated one.
I'll be honest, I don't
hate
the live action version of Beauty and the Beast. I think I like it better than most people do, but I do prefer the animated version over it for sure.
I just don't. The live action Disney remakes are just not even trying.
Looking at you, Lion King.
I saw Aladdin, and it just was not good.
Yeah, except for Will Smith.
Will Smith was probably the only good thing, along with Jasmine. That was it.
Yeah, Aladdin. Well, Jafar was the worst actor.
Yeah, Jafar honestly was the weird one for me. I was like, okay, Aladdin's fine. Jasmine and Will Smith are pretty good, but Jafar, I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Like he just kind of sounded bored throughout the entire movie.
Well, we're getting off topic. Let's go to another one. Let's talk about Kyrie's role in the future games. What do you want it to be?
Coming out from Melody of Memory, I'm kind of curious, truth be told.
From what I think in Melody, they were just like searching her heart, kind of like in Recoded to find clues for Sora. And I think that was it.
That's what I was thinking. If we're talking about the future, we know based off of Melody of Memory that she's going to be training with Aqua. So I don't know for sure if we're going to immediately pick up from Melody of Memory and like actually get to see how the training process goes. But that's one thing I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'd like to see her like do more, like go to different worlds and stuff. Actually show like she's grown from it, to show like her combat skills. Because Remind showed she has potential.
She does,
and I want to see that going farther to be a good character and fighter like Aqua. I mean, even though like the whole reason she is a Keyblade wielder is purely on accident, basically.
I was gonna say, or you could pull the Kingdom Hearts 2 approach and have a game where it's like a split story where you've got one side of the story that's on Aqua. Yeah, like one side of the story that's on Aqua and one side of the story that's on Kairi. You could do something like that.
That might work depending how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I like to see her go.
I feel like Kairi needs her time right now because they just keep going back to Riku and like he's done his thing already.
Yeah, but let Kairi have her shot.
I like Riku as much as the next guy, but Kairi needs. And she's been getting it recently, which I do like, but I think she needs to take the more of a center stage focus.
Yeah, she needs to be pre-ending Sakura.
Yes, yes, she does. Because the potential is there, you just have to execute it right.
Yeah.
And I feel like Aqua, she will become a great fighter and character.
Right. I'll give no more of
this. A better mentor than that.
Yeah. I'll give no more of this. He sure treats his female characters better than Kishi.
Oh, totally. He does.
I'd argue that
Mashima treats
I've always said that most of the mangas I've seen, but Hero does a pretty good job too.
I mean, Fairy Tail and Rave Master do their girls right.
Yeah. And I know it's funny how a lot of people, and I know we're going off topic here, but I know a lot of people love this shit on Lucy. But if you consider her character arc from the beginning of Fairy Tail to where she ends up at the very end of it, it's a pretty good character arc.
Yeah, I think Lucy is a pretty good character.
Yeah.
So my favorite's still Urza.
Yeah. I'd still probably say, like, out of the two Mashima protagonists, okay, technically three now, but okay, let's say two. I'd probably still say Ellie's.
I was saying like Ellie and Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel Ellie's got more. I like Ellie more because her backstory is pretty good.
Oh, for sure.
Her relationship with Haru.
Yeah, plus she made me laugh in the anime.
She did.
Yeah. I really wish that would come back and finish its run.
They need to do. I would rather they do an anime reboot. That's what I would rather see.
With the same voice.
Yeah, that's gonna be the best.
With the same voice
actors. Get Yuri and Michelle back.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we know. I think they're for sure coming back for Bleach. I know that the final arc's getting its animated version pretty soon.
Yeah. But Haru is basically showing Yuri has good roles other than Sasuke.
Riku is the better Sasuke.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if you noticed, but I feel like Yuri actually did do a lot for Sasuke in part one, but by the time you get to like the second half of Shippuden, it's like he's not even trying.
No, he's not. Just like there's nothing for him to work with. Basically,
Yeah,
it's just on repeat. Like Sasuke's character is just on repeat. And like, oh my god, am I gonna do this again?
right.
Yeah,
I will say
just
this: Riku, I feel redeemed himself quicker than Sasuke, and it was more believable too.
Well, it was. I think what also helped was that you didn't. That wasn't the entirety of like from Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 3. It was a matter of just Kingdom Hearts 1 was the whole uh, Riku thing, and then after that, well, see, I say that, but then I remember Kingdom Hearts 2 a little bit, and that had a little bit of it also, technically.
Because Chain of Memories and Dream Drop, I feel are like key to Riku's character, especially Chain of Memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In there, he's trying to like face his demons and offers to watch over Sora, showing their friendship, which we actually
Yeah.
see their friendship like Naruto and Sasuke, which is just implied.
exactly.
It's
That's
like,
just-
oh, but we were supposed to see it. I'm like, yeah, you mean the stuff that was unseen after Land of Waves? Because no, people want to make that argument. But I'm like, hey, we didn't see it, so I'm not counting that stuff.
Yeah, it didn't happen on screen. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
Like most of Naruto and Hinata's relationship that we never saw. That people say, oh, they had it. Like where?
like when did that? I remember reading about Naruto the last when Hinata and Naruto were friends in childhood. Like, where was that in the first chapters?
Yeah, it makes you want to go. Like, back when
I
you
honestly
read, like,
want
do I
to
have to
see
reread
a
the
Naruto.
first chapter and like, where is this?
I was gonna say this. Like, I would honestly love to see a a Naruto Kai series, and not just with part 1, but like also with part 2. Like, have like the whole story as one, and then just have people like look into that just to see how different things were. Because I guarantee you take away all the filler, and you get a whole different ball game.
Yeah, you do. Because at least Fairy Tail, their filler is actually acknowledged in the anime, at least.
Yeah,
Right. Um. Speaking of what, I was thinking of something. Would you like a Kingdom Hearts anime?
I'd be interested. Be
I
curious.
want to say yes, but I at the same time I don't because how close are they actually going to use the games as a base, or are they going to make up their own thing? Because I know there's been rumors of a Kingdom Hearts anime for a while now.
I was gonna say. I mean, we've seen what, not just with anime, well, not just like from anime to manga, but like we've seen what books to the adaptations have been handled, aka Game of Thrones. So, oh
Because there is a Kingdom Hearts manga.
yeah, I'd say this, and there's a way you can make it work. I don't know how many episodes you tackle per season, but if you did it to where each season was, say, one of the games, so like let's say Kingdom Hearts 1 was season 1. If I had to condense it into episode length, maybe 52, which I know is kind of rare, but I know that can happen time to time. 52 episodes for season. Actually, no, wait, but I'm also including gameplay stuff too, so that's where I draw the line. Let's say 26. 26 episodes for season 1, based on the first game, and then
Season 2 based off of Chain of Memories.
yeah, let's go with that.
Then season 3 begins with 3. and I would end this, and I would end the series, make it like the finale, like the Avatar ending.
Ended with what was it with 3?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I wouldn't end it with Sora disappearing in the end. I would make it like he he and Kyrie kiss at the islands.
I could see
As
that.
he's fading.
No, I would just end it like that.
But then you open it up to like another season where they actually go try to find him, wouldn't it?
This is what I would do actually. I would have it to where they both embrace, and it's not until like the last few seconds is where you kind of see him disappearing, not completely, but just slowly.
Yeah, and it's ambiguous if he disappeared or not.
Yeah, but also in the case of
26
like
episodes, you have to like stretch a lot of that stuff out for one game per season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's enough worlds. Depending on how long you can stretch it out for, I don't know. Like, how long would you stretch like Yogi Boogie fight out for? Like, what, 2-3 episodes at least?
Each episode,
That's an example.
maybe 2. I could see someone doing 2 episodes, maybe 3 at the most, but I think 2 is
I mean,
manageable.
Hollow Bastion, you can split Hollow Bastion up by like 7 at least, because there's a whole return trip to that. In the Riku fights, you could get a couple episodes out for both of them.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I can imagine the Hollow
The
Bastion.
ending, that could be a couple episodes, because given how many forms Ansem's got in that could eat up a good chunk of time.
Okay, go ahead, Lucky.
I was just gonna say that I do agree with that.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Okay.
What worlds would you like to see in the new games?
The new games?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe okay. You could say it because it's so recent, but maybe Raya and the Last Dragon could be one. 'Cause I did find that sort of interesting.
that might work. That could probably work. There's so many choices.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna say Incredibles.
Incredibles
Yeah.
is a good one. I would say. I'm always saying this one just because I think it'd be kind of fun to explore, but Coco would be interesting also.
I wonder how that would
Coco,
work.
like Coco.
Yeah,
That would actually be cool.
it would.
That could probably work.
Yeah,
Or
Deal
do
with
like
those
Disney
next
shows
ones.
too.
Disney shows?
Gargoyles.
Ooh,
That would be amazing.
Gargoyles would be cool.
Fighting
Darkwing Duck.
alongside Goliath against Thanatos. That would be amazing.
I would pay to see that.
With the original voice cast included.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure Keith David would do it.
Probably would. I mean, there
Although,
is
would you fight,
talks
like-
right now. I was just going to say, like, I know there's talks going on right now that maybe potentially you could see a continuation of Gargoyles, which I wouldn't be against, but
I didn't see the 3rd season of that.
I didn't either.
Me neither. I love watching it on Disney Plus though.
Because they
I'm
never
just-
really released it on DVD, so I had no way to get it.
They actually did have the 1st and 2nd season on DVD. I don't think they had 3, but I know that the first 2.
I do have those. I do have the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But for like 3, I'd have to go online and look it up. So
Yeah.
it's like if we did a Gargoyles world, would like Demona be like a boss at first, but then she turns into like an ally?
Um, yeah, that would work.
She's like she's like an anti-hero in that show.
in a sense, yeah.
Yeah. What about would Kim Possible work?
That I would like that one. That would be good.
I would like that one too.
Yeah. And my favorite Disney
Like
afternoon
there's
show.
so many villains you could use for that, but I think you probably need to work a Shigo fight in there.
Yeah.
Kyrie versus Shigo, I would love to see that. That'd be cool.
And I can imagine Caillou being annoyed at Bonnie.
Yeah. Plus, we know we could get Chrissy Carlson Romano back as Kim because Yuffie in the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, would you have like other villains in that, like Monkey Fist or Duff Killigan, or like, I mean, there's so many villains in that show.
And that's what made the show great. They had great villains.
Yeah. Maybe like Draken could be like the final boss of that world, or you just
Yeah,
like
with
summon
the-
some kind of like heartless or something.
Here's the thing. Draken is too much of a goof to be considered a villain for me. No. And I love Draken, but I'm just like, really?
Maybe the Powers of Darkness change him.
You could do that.
He could write a robot Heartless or something.
I mean, look at what they did with Hans and Frozen, like what his darkness did.
Fair point.
That was the only good thing in the Frozen world.
Yeah, that Frozen world was such a letdown.
Yeah, I was hoping to go to
I'm more
Aaron.
surprised they kept Let It Go in, but they didn't do I See the Light. I kind of feel cheated by that.
That would have been perfect.
It would have.
Especially,
I mean, I
Only
wasn't
issue
too
with
surprised
that is
that they added the Frozen world in, considering how big it was at the time.
but if you added I See the Light and you have
The only problem
Sora,
with that is like Mandy Moore wasn't Rapunzel.
exact. I know that let me down.
Yeah.
That was weird considering she's done Kingdom Hearts before.
I've heard that she was doing her TV show at the time.
True.
Probably didn't have time.
But to be fair, that I feel like a lot of the worlds in 3 were just kind of like rushing through their Disney movie stories.
I like
It
the
kind
Toy
of
Story.
felt that way to some extent.
I like the Toy Story one.
Toy Story was
That
cool.
that's an exception because that didn't really need a movie to base its story off of. It
Yeah.
kind of seems like it was happening between 2 and 3.
It's crazy that it's canon in a Toy Story universe. So so they didn't even mention it in Toy Story 4. I didn't like Toy Story 4 that much.
4?
Toy Story 4 I felt was unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, I get why it was there for Woody's story, but outside of that, I'm kind of
Yeah, but I
like,
feel like his story got wrapped up in 3.
it did too. Yeah, that was my thing. Like, I know the argument that the writer made was that, well, 3 was technically the ending of Woody's story with Andy, but not with Woody as an overall character. And I was like, I can kind of see your point, but
I can see the point there, but it really just did not need to happen because
it didn't.
all
Yeah,
the other characters really didn't need to be there. And like
it didn't.
Buzz
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
just didn't even need to be there, which is a crime.
it was.
And him and Woody are like the linchpin of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody.
Speaking of that, I just want to bring this up
Go on.
that Woody and Buzz were Naruto and Sasuke done right. Also, if you go from 1 to 3,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Expect
I
and
did feel Buzz in Toy Box was kind of a jerk at times to Sora because he just seemed like he had an attitude on him.
yeah, but I
I
think it's
wasn't too surprised that they did that. I was like, okay, to some extent, I could see Buzz doing that, but was it a bit much? Sure.
yeah, especially since his laser was real in the game, and he was still skeptical.
Yep.
That was
Monsters,
weird.
yeah, Monsters Inc. and Toy Box were probably the better worlds because yeah, they don't need a movie to base it off of.
Right.
But my question with Monsteropolis, was that like after the first movie? I mean, it had to
Yes.
be since they referenced it with Randall.
I know.
What was the other one they did? Big Hero 6, right? Didn't
Yes.
that wasn't 3? Wasn't that one after the first movie too?
Yeah. It wasn't the original story.
Okay.
Pirates. I thought
That
Pirates
is
3
like
was
Big Hero 6 too. Pirates 3 was kind of like butchered a bit.
It kind of was.
but it was cool fighting the
It's like
Kraken.
if you're rushing through it, plus you're trying to like work around the second movie.
In a sense, yeah.
I didn't
The
like it.
opening of the Caribbean just sings what happened in in Dead Man's Chest.
I didn't like at World's End that much, but somehow Kingdom Hearts made it work.
Though I did like in Caribbean you did get to sail a ship, even
Yeah,
if it
it's-
was just ripped from Black Flag.
it was worth it though.
Yeah, if you're gonna steal
I-
from Black Flag, steal that.
I was disappointed on Twilight Town though when I was hoping it'd be
Yeah,
bigger.
it did kind of look bigger from the first game, but really not much was needed in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish they had Final Fantasy characters in the original game before Remind. I wonder where Cloud and Sephiroth went.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed.
Maybe he's in. I have a guess that he's where Sora is in the next game.
You know what's interesting is that like since we brought up Final Fantasy, is that I really actually was curious if they were gonna bring in Noctis, just because I know in 15 they kind of parallel his flashback stuff with oh my god, what am I blanking on her name?
And isn't it weird that Yozora looks like a discount Noctis too?
He does. That's where I was going with this. I was like, it'd be cool to see him and Sora like meet up at some point. But then, in a sense, you kind of get that. But wasn't
Then they're Noctis and Master of Masters are voiced by the same guy.
Yeah.
So maybe Noctis is the Master of Masters.
Noctis easily the better Sasuke for sure.
I didn't play 15 yet, but I've seen stuff of it, and he seems like Noctis is an interesting character.
Yeah. I know that before you got Final Fantasy 15, there was Final Fantasy Versus 13 or something like that, and a lot of
Versus 13 is what 15 became 15.
Yeah,
If I remember that right.
I think so. And I think
And I
it's
think
interesting.
the
I was
one
gonna
to
say,
do Versus 13.
yeah, I'm noticing that a lot of what Nomura wanted to do, and I didn't really pay attention until like someone did like a side by side comparison of like screenshots and whatnot. But if you look at a lot of the stuff with Yuzora at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, and you match it up to Versus 13, it's almost similar. I was
It's
kind of
basically
like,
that trailer we saw years ago.
yeah. So part of me's kind of wondering, like, is Nomura taking what he wasn't able to do with that and just incorporating it into Kingdom Hearts? Because if that's what it is,
It seems like he's going that route.
yeah, which I have nothing against. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You know, what would be a really cool world? No, good world.
What?
What's that TV? Would the Black Cauldron be a good one? I know the movie wasn't that good.
You could probably do that, but either that or make the Horned King like some kind of like super boss, maybe. Because I really don't think Black Cauldron would work that good.
Yeah, it bombed in the box office. Lost to the Care Bears movie. That's sad.
I think I've read that people have wanted the Horned King in Kingdom Hearts, but like, how would you work that in?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how exactly do you work that in?
Yeah.
I'd like a Zootopia world. That'd be cool.
Zootopia would be really cool.
Yeah. Of course, Donald and Goofy wouldn't change.
We get them. No, but like we get Lion Sora back.
And he looks like Sora's original lion design before Nomura changed it.
Yeah, where he looked like he was a Zidane knockoff.
Yeah.
With the chainsaw keyblade.
Yeah, it was gonna be the keyblade was gonna be the main weapon. It was gonna be a chainsaw. And that sounds awesome, but I can see why Disney wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like hacking things up with a chainsaw. Yeah, Zootopia could. I feel like that could work.
Yeah. What about Moana?
I was gonna bring that one.
That might work. I can see that.
Would they get The Rock Johnson?
Probably. You could probably get him.
Yeah.
As Maui. Just don't have him sing this time.
Yeah, he's. What can I say except you're welcome?
I mean, he's not a bad singer. It's just I just didn't think he was that good.
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
Inside Out world would work.
Inside Out would. Oh, for sure. I could see Inside Out working pretty well.
Yeah, they go inside Riley's.
Any of the other Pirates movies?
No more Pirates.
I mean, you could probably do a world off the fifth Pirates movie since that's got Will in it.
I forgot they did a fifth movie. Believe it or not. It was what was it? Is that one Dead Men Tell No Tales, or is that one on Stranger Tides? I can't watch.
Dead Men Tell No Tales.
I forget. I get 4 and 5's titles mixed up.
Yeah, I did too. I was like,
I think it was on Dead Men Tell No Tales because I saw on Stranger Tides with my sister.
I know Kentucky and I were talking about this before you joined in, Lucky, but how about like a Star Wars world?
Pre-sequel era or post-sequel era?
I think we agreed that it was like original trilogy era.
Yeah.
Original trilogy. I would even argue you could probably do a Clone Wars era. I think.
Yeah, that might work.
Like you have one game be the prequels, then another game like Clone Wars, and then go to the original trilogy.
Yeah, or if you want, you could also do the Rebels characters too. That could work.
I think you'd probably only need you'd only need Ahsoka for that one.
Yeah.
How about the Star Wars Holiday Special?
No, oh God, please no.
On that note, I'm gonna
Well,
go.
I will say
Stir whip, stir
that,
whip.
I would
whip,
love if
whip,
Ahsoka
stir.
was in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Who?
I would love if Ahsoka was in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. Imagine Yoda meaning. I think Yoda would know about Keyblade Masters since he's very wise.
He probably would. Assuming he and Mickey don't fight again. Referencing the death battle they had.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I want to, but I remember
Dude,
seeing.
you gotta watch it.
I remember seeing the Batman versus Deadpool death battle. That was
You mean
hilarious.
Deathstroke?
No, they did a Batman versus Deadpool parody not too long ago, or I think it was before the Deadpool movie.
I don't know. Deadpool's had like 3 fights already, so I lost track.
Imagine Deadpool in a Kingdom Hearts game.
That would just be so weird.
Yeah, he's Pete.
Plus, you'd have to really nerf him. You'd have to nerf him a lot.
Yeah, but
You have to go like Ultimate Spider-Man Deadpool.
yeah, and that I heard that one. I heard that wasn't very good. Although
Yeah, because you can't really do you can't do Ryan Reynolds Deadpool with that. That's just impossible for a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
They're already pushing it with Black Pearl in 2, so I don't think that'd work.
Yeah.
Like the scene where Barbosa drank the wine and you saw it go down his bones. That's the only reason it got an E10 rating.
I remember that. And I remember one time that they said the word hell in Dreamed Up Distance, I believe.
I do remember that.
No, they said it in Birth by Sleep and Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
At least the GBA version of Chain of Memories, Axel said it towards the end.
When I saw that, I was like, what?
There's more shocking coming out of Maleficent and Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, especially.
It was, but at the same time, I was like, I could actually see her saying that. I was like,
She said it in the original movie, after
I
all.
I can buy she said it. I'm just surprised they let her say it as the thing.
Oh, for sure.
Even in 2010.
Yeah.
When the world wasn't as PC as it is now.
Yeah.
Oh,
How about a Marvel world?
A Marvel world?
It depends
Hmm.
on what you use.
I don't know.
I've been writing Marvel Kingdom Hearts fanfics, but
I still need to check that out. I've been getting updates on that. I'm going to check that out at some point. That's what I've been telling myself.
then I hope you like them. Anyway,
Team up with the Avengers would be amazing.
Yeah, his best Avenger fin would be Cap because they both have a strong sense of justice.
Yeah, I could see that because Steve is probably a lot like Sora in that regard.
Yeah, especially in Chris Evans, Steve.
You want to tug at the heartstrings, do Endgame. Just based.
Oh, he's gonna get to it. He's gonna get to it.
Yeah. Only I'm gonna change
3 movies before you get to that.
Yeah, probably 2.
No, yeah, you got 3. You got Civil War, Ragnarok, and Infinity War before Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing every MCU movie, just the ones that connected with Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine
Hey,
what that
you're
would be
just-
like, just going from every movie, like, that's a lot.
'cause I know you're skipping Far From Home.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. But
Anyway, I think Avengers World will be fun. I I wonder though which Spider-Man would voice Spider-Man. Would it be MCU actors or just the regular voice actors?
I
Oh,
actually
you
wouldn't
can't get
mind seeing. I was
you
gonna
can't
say,
get the original actors. They cost too much.
Yeah.
yeah,
You have
I
to go
would say
like
this.
Avengers Assemble actors for that.
I would say this. Get Josh Keaton. He's probably your best bet.
Or
Yeah,
Laurie.
or you could.
Or
Yeah,
you
Josh Keaton would
Lawrence.
probably be the better choice for that as a young Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Christopher Daniel Barnes, but he's more of an adult Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Keaton would be a better choice. Because I really don't, I don't really want Drake Bell to voice Peter.
Yeah. Bad enough he's voice of young Xehanort.
Now he's young Ericus.
Or right. Sorry. Mix up.
Yeah, Sai is young Xehanort.
If they bring back Ericus, young Ericus back, they're gonna hire a different voice actor.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Hopefully. Well,
yeah.
like a prequel showing Xehanort and Ericus is like split up to where he scarred him.
Yeah, I heard they're trying. I never played him, but I heard they're trying to make Xehanort sympathetic, which I don't think you can do because he's done a lot of terrible things.
Yeah,
I think it depends on execution. That's the big thing for me. Is like certain concepts I think wouldn't work, but the irony here is that like you could make it work depending on how you tell it. Is my big thing.
yeah, but the thing is, in the games, you never see Xehanort actually like be remorseful for what he's done because
Yeah,
he's ruined
no,
a lot of lives.
Yeah, he has, and that's something I
He
was going to
hijacked Jared's body for 10 years.
Yeah,
He killed innocent people.
he did.
He probably killed Kyrie's parents too.
I would not be surprised.
Right. and her grandmother.
Wasn't he the one who let the Harlots loose in Radiant Garden?
Yes. And he
Did
can
it seem
control
like
it.
Melody was like showing that?
Yeah, I remember feeling for poor Kyrie in the flashback. Moving on, what are your top 5 fights in Kingdom Hearts series? Give me your top 5.
Top 5. I don't know. It's a crazy thing.
My number 5, probably Scar from KH2.
That's a good one.
Number 4,
Yeah.
Roxas in KH2 FM. Number 3, I'm thinking hard.
There's a lot to pick from. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Number 3, probably probably Davy Jones and Cage 3 because I've always wanted to fight him ever since Pirates 2, and it was worth it. Number 2, um, probably Xemnas, the final battle with Riku. Number 1,
In two?
Soren Kyrie versus Xehanort in Remind.
Wait, what was number 1?
Soren Kyrie versus Xehanort in Remind.
Oh, you took mine. That's what I was gonna
That's a good
say. Like I knew what my number 1 was, but 2 through 5, I was like, huh.
It's okay. We can both have the same number 1s.
Yeah. It ain't fantasy football where one person takes them. Yeah, I gotta pick someone else. Let's see here. No, so besides my number 1, if I had to pick number 2, maybe Sora versus Riku from the first game. Maybe.
Which one, the first or second fight?
Good question. Huh. Can I include both of their fights as one?
Well, it's my podcast, so yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'll have them both as number 2.
Okay.
Number 3. Number 3. Who was number 3? I had a tip of my tongue when it just slipped. Let's see here. Number 3. Who was number 3? I feel like I'm going to be stuck on this for a while.
Can I have a guess?
Go ahead.
Is he from KH2?
It's from Birth by Sleep, actually.
Okay, Birth by Sleep. What's your favorite boss of Birth by Sleep? Is it with Xehanort versus Terra Xehanort as the Lingering Will?
I think it's that one, yeah.
That was fun, especially the music.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably my number 3.
The music in Cage Kingdom Hearts is outstanding.
Yeah. Number 4 actually does stem from Kingdom Hearts 2. If I remember correctly. I think actually no, it's not from 2, it's from the first one. Even though it was kind of a pain to deal with the first, I did like the fight against Maleficent.
Oh, like that took me weeks to beat her.
Yeah.
The dragon.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dragon.
the dragon one was annoying.
It was.
Fun fact, I beat her with Kingdom Keyblade. And
I had to as well for the Unchanging Armor trophy.
I think it's so funny when you go from Kingdom Hearts 1 to go to Chain of Memories, and it's like it's so easy to beat in Chain of Memories. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be overpowered. Oh, okay, no, she's not overpowered. It's a shock. I was expecting that. But number 5. Um, actually, number 5 does stem from. No, hold on. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna actually switch number 4, number 5 because I'm thinking more about it right now. So 5. So the fight with Maleficent section number 5. Number 4, I would probably say is From Birth by Sleep, and it's the final boss that Aqua faces.
Terranort?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was tough.
it was.
Or do you mean that red-eyed Heartless from the Secret episode where she's in the realm of darkness?
I think the Secret episode. That's what I'm remembering. Yeah. Yeah, that one was crazy.
What about you,
Okay,
Phineas?
see.
What's your top 5?
All right, number 5, I'd have to say Ground Shaker from Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I just like the scale of the fight that it's so huge and Sora's in his lion form for that.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, I say a Skull from Kingdom Hearts 3, the Frozen boss.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I have to go Vanitas from, I think, can I just say in Vanitas in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, because his fights were a lot of fun. Number 2, I'd go Xemnas from KH2. And number 1, I'd go Roxas from 2 Final Mix.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That and the music that plays during the fight is, oh my god, I just love the music despite it being so tragic.
Do 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 like that.
Yeah, I feel like Roxas has like the saddest theme of the whole series.
He does.
Yeah, he has a tragic
It's funny because you
backstory.
actually listen to a lyric version of it, it is so much sadder.
Yeah,
It really is.
I think that between him and Xion's themes are just as sad.
yeah. Shion's ending in 358 days was very sad.
It really was.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad she came back to get a happy ending,
Yeah,
I'm too.
along with Axel and Roxas.
yeah. And I don't know if Syx deserves it.
Yeah, that was kind of weird
It really was.
that him and Vexen's heel turns made no sense,
They really didn't.
especially Vexen's.
Yeah,
Also, is it weird that Demix really had no reason to even be in the game?
yeah. This is unpopular opinion, but I don't like Demix.
I don't
I don't
blame
think
you.
anybody likes him.
Yeah.
He's the
I've played his data form in 2. It is much worse.
yeah. I also don't like his character. Is what I mean.
He's a wolf.
Yeah, he's the Jar Jar. I think he's the Jar Jar Binks of Kingdom Hearts.
Damn.
I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far.
That's why I was like, well, that's a pretty bold claim to make.
Well, that's my opinion. Who would you say is the Jar Jar Binks in your opinion?
I don't know.
I don't even know who would be that. To be honest. Are we talking for like hated status? Or like you just want them to like, is it like hated or annoyingness?
I hated. Or
I go young
annoying.
Xehanort because I hate him so much.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's a
He's just
huge
so
maybe.
smug.
I just realized 1,000 fangirls are angry at me.
They'll be like, "How dare you?" They're gonna look back on
Yeah,
this.
young Xehanort is probably my least favorite of Xehanort's versions. Plus, his fight in Dream Drop is annoying.
It is.
Especially trying to like destroy the clock version when you're assaulted by all those clones.
Let me think here. Okay, maybe Vexen, but even then, I'm more so thinking about that because of Chain of Memories. But
Who?
Vexen, I said
Oh, yeah.
maybe him, but I'm more so thinking about that because of Chain of Memories. That's where
Yeah.
I'm thinking something from.
At least
I kind of found it odd that when I first read that they were giving an English cast for Chain of Memories, I instantly thought of Derek Stephen Prince as Vexen.
Oh, really?
It's just that because if it's a scientist or a nerd, it's always going to be Derek as the character.
I would have picked Christopher Walken. Imagine that. Christopher Walken as Vexen.
I can picture that actually.
That might be more funny than you're forced to take him seriously.
Mm.
So I will say one good thing about Vexen, I like his death in the Chain of Memories as opposed to original Chain of Memories.
Oh, definitely.
That was
Where Axel
dark.
just snaps his fingers and he explodes in the fire.
He was Thanos before Thanos.
Makes me wonder if they got the idea from Chain of Memories.
Doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say I've seen some pretty crazy comparisons with the Eclipse shot in Infinity War and comparing it to that scene in Berserk. So I was like, I wonder.
They just
Yeah.
take from everything. So what do you guys think about that the Luxor twist in Remind?
You mean that he's the limo driver?
Yes, that he is pretty much like a double agent basically for the organization.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly kind of curious. I don't know if that's a good thing to say, but I'm curious.
It seems like Nomura wants to do a lot more with him, given what he set up in 3.
Yeah.
Everyone writes up Luxor off as like not useful, but he might be the way to get Sora back
Really?
with that card.
Yeah.
Side note, Luxor is probably my favorite organization member.
I heard that was Nomura's.
I just like his look and his character.
Yeah.
His fight was actually kind of unique.
Yeah. Although I was always thought if he was played by anybody in a movie, in any of the organization members, he'd be played by Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I love that'd be great. I could see Ewan as Luxord.
And I could see who could play Axel.
Good question. That's tough.
For that matter, who could play Sora in a live action movie?
Oh man, that'd be like a younger kid.
Yeah, I would pick one that really can act. For one
Yeah.
thing.
Like, what are they going like age range with this?
I'm going like American actors.
Yeah, like you're looking for like 14 to like 15-year-olds.
Yeah, I could still see if he was younger. I could see Jesse McCartney as Roxas
Yeah, I could see that too. Like,
I can see that one.
and Hayden as Kyrie.
yeah,
Give her red hair.
Hmm.
I was disappointed she wasn't back as Kyrie in Cage.
yeah, that
3.
was sad.
Square and ass.
No disrespect to Allison Stoner, but I feel Hayden is the better Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was weird that they never contacted her. Was the big thing. I was like,
Exactly.
So I found it weird playing Until Dawn with her in it and thinking of Kyrie.
Hmm.
Because in there, she's like swearing a lot.
I like to see that. What's your favorite Sora and Kyrie moment?
Oh, man.
favorite?
Oh, that's tough.
That's a whole can of worms. Even I can't even think of. I feel like picking 3 would be too easy. I'm gonna go ahead and say when they reunite too. Totally, that's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, although I was kind of annoyed on how Sora saw Riku for the first time in 2. On when he held his hand and cried.
Yeah, there's that too.
And I get the reason why he'd do that because they're friends and he really wanted to find him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
like, it just kind of came out of nowhere.
He thought he thought he was dead.
Like,
No one told him where he was, and that causing him to doubt if he was alive.
I don't know. Would this count the ending of 1 where she's in the cave during the credits and sees the drawing Sora did of the fruit going to her, and
that's a good one too.
And
she
she
cries? Would that count? Because he's not really
Yes.
in the scene with her.
Maybe.
yes, because she realizes that he loves her.
And then she draws the fruit back to his picture.
Yeah,
I feel like
Let's see. A close contender to 2, I'd say, is maybe when her and Sora reunite and remind. Is what I would say. Like right before they fight.
yeah, that's a good one. Or in 3 where he's like in limbo and he reunites with her and they're just like flying in like that void.
and he says, "I feel strong with you, Kyrie."
Yeah, that moment too.
Yeah.
I read on Heaven and Earth forums that sounded like Narasaku.
It did.
In a sense, I can see it. Yeah.
They were kind of like Narasaku.
You know, if they actually they actually admitted their feelings for each other.
Yeah. We weren't on this wild goose chase of who gets with
No.
who.
Then there's not really a love triangle in Kingdom Hearts, unlike Naruto.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I was
Riku-
gonna say I think it's pretty obvious given with how the first one ends. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
So
I think
that was kind of laying the groundwork.
Yeah, I think Riku had a crush on Kyrie in KH1, but he
You
started
really didn't
to.
see much of that. I
Yeah.
think it was more like him wanting to find her because Sora was just messing around.
Yeah, he thought Sora betrayed them. Maleficent lied, which I thought that made him look stupid. By the way, believing of an evil-looking woman over his best friend.
Yeah, but to be fair, if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have gotten his story, his redemption arc, which I think is a really good part of his character.
Yeah, but still, he looked kind of stupid.
Yeah, I think I agree he was, but at least he realized he messed up.
Right. He's He certainly knows Sasuke.
Where Sasuke realized he screwed up after losing half of his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Sasuke would come to that realization after he defeats Itachi, but I guess for the sake of the story, we have to keep him on the other
with
path.
Sasuke, I kind of wanted him to go even more insane.
I did too. That's the funny thing is that if Sasuke were to go more insane, I want him to stick on that path and not just. Yeah, okay, Naruto. I agree. Me being kind of harsh.
I want him to be like I don't know if you guys have played this game, Spec Ops: The Line. I kind of want him to go full Captain Walker because that dude is nuts in that game.
I believe it.
Like the dude commits so many war crimes in that game, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
More than Anakin in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh no, in Spec Ops, you destroy an entire village with white phosphorus, and it's a whole village of like civilians.
Wow.
It's some heavy stuff.
It is.
Like, I can imagine Sasuke doing that if he went full crazy.
Yeah.
I love to see Naruto try to defend him after that.
What? You know what? I'm glad Sora didn't do in KH3 after he defeated Xehanort.
But
Xehanort, you are the coolest guy I know.
I was.
Yeah, that would
I had
be
a feeling you were going to say
betrayal.
that. I'm like, if it's anything but the coolest guy ever.
Instead, he called him out on his bullcrap.
Yeah. He essentially did what Naruto did with Pain, which
Only Sora really didn't need to convince Xehanort of anything.
no, he didn't.
I just kind of surprised Xehanort actually conceded to him.
Yeah.
I did too.
Which I admit that's actually a good scene that he acknowledges Sora's strength. But yeah, like that whole motive, like he wanted a do-over of the world. I'm like, really? We're doing this again? I just feel like that's every villain's motive thing.
I wish he was like he wanted to take over the world because just for being evil or something like that, or at least give him a sadder backstory of understanding.
Yeah, but like his whole motive at first was to cause the war at first to see what happened after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was curious to see about the Clash of Light and Dark. But then it goes to like, oh, I want to restart the world. And like, why? Like, how do you go from wanting to see what happens after a Keyblade War to do over the world? I'm like, I think you're missing some steps there.
Yeah, that's one of the only things I didn't like about the ending.
Mm-hmm.
But it's compared to Naruto,
It's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did you might not like this, but I kind of did like he and Ericus's like departing at the end, but they kind of rekindled their friendship.
I didn't like
Yeah.
that too.
I thought no, Xehanort, you should do way more than that to redeem yourself.
I agree, but I kind of felt it was a good moment. Like he's not really redeemed, but still, it was better than Madara and Hashirama's ending.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how they're gonna like top Xehanort now.
Yeah, Master of Masters. He better be good.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if he's good or evil.
Hmm.
there's a lot of mystery about him.
I think he's evil.
I know his personality is kind of like all over the place.
I don't know if it'd be redundant, but what if you have it to where Sora's the one that gets corrupted and Kyrie's the one that ultimately has to save him?
I've heard theories about that, I don't know if Nomura's gonna do that,
Yeah.
or that the Master is a alternate or future Sora.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
That is so cliche that I prefer that he just be Sora's father.
Mm. Nah, if we did the future thing, see, honestly, when you said if it was a future story, like got me thinking back to what was that one Spider-Man game called? Edge of Time. That's what that reminded me
Yeah,
of.
with the evil Peter after Sloan screwed up time.
Yeah, it's like who's the CEO? My okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I thought I didn't play it, but I saw it walking. Like, wait, why is there an evil Peter here?
Yeah, right.
No, I never played it. What console does it have? Is it on?
PS3 360. It was
I'm gonna have to
released around the same time Shattered Dimensions was.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they had two of the actors from Shattered in Edge of Time.
The best Spider-Man game is Spider-Man on PS4.
Agreed.
yeah.
It finally it dethroned Spider-Man 2 from 2004.
I mean, I'll say this: before the PS4 one, I would have said Web of Shadows just because I like the alternate takes that you could take with the story for that.
Yeah, that was
But,
actually a pretty good one.
yeah,
Plus, I love fighting Venom in Spider-Man games, so that made it better.
yeah.
Plus, the
Spider-Man
symbiote versions of everyone.
in Spider-Man 2, Venom better be awesome.
Agreed.
Better be.
I just hope we
Moving-
get more villain teases in there because so far it's just Craven and Venom. Like, I want more villains.
I want
Yeah.
the Lizard.
That'd actually be cool.
It
Because you don't
would.
really know much about this Spider-Man world. Like, he's been Spider-Man for a while, but like, what villains has he fought?
Yeah.
Moving on. Besides Sora and Kyrie, what's your other favorite couple of the Kingdom Hearts series?
Other
Would
favorite
Roxas
couple?
and Nominate count because they're just Sora Kyrie again?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, maybe Roxas and Nominee. That's the only one I can think of.
Some people ship him with Shion. And
But it's still the same thing.
yeah. Ever since the ending of Cage 3, people have been shipping Riku with Nominee.
I was gonna say that. I've seen people.
I can see that. I have no problems with that. I could see that happening.
Yeah, like if we want to differentiate between the Sora and Kyrie lookalikes, going with Nominee and Riku, I wouldn't say it's that bad.
Yeah.
Because Nominee doesn't really look that much like Kyrie, so you can kind of like get away with that more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who do you like Aqua with? Terra or Vin?
I say Terra. I
Yeah.
say Terra mostly because Ven seems more like a little brother to Aqua.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I think of exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Some people can ship him with I remember earlier people ship him with Ariel. And then I said, no, that's
Ven and
weird.
Ariel?
Sora
That
and
would be
Ariel.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, Sora and who?
see them like a brother and sister.
Wait, who's Sora with?
Ariel.
Oh God. I don't see how that would work considering Ariel's got Eric.
Maybe, and I'd go. This is a stretch. Maybe Sora and Melody, if we ever get Return of the Sea as a thing, but that's the only potential one I could probably see working.
I didn't like that movie that much. Even though I do like Tara
Which
Strong.
movie?
Return of the
Wait, which movie?
Little
Return of
Mermaid
the
2.
Sea. That's the one where you get introduced to Ariel's daughter.
Oh, Melody. All right, the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Tara Strong, but yeah, that's wouldn't work.
I wonder if we're gonna get a Lion King 2 thing in Kingdom
That
Hearts, or are they just gonna go to like Lion Guard?
I'd rather we get the post Lion King 2 era because, I mean, Lion Guard was cool, but I was like, do we have to have it be in between? I'd rather we get like a post Lion King 2 story. That to me would be more interesting.
You mean we're like Kobo and Kiara are like together?
Kind of,
Or,
yeah.
like do the whole. Maybe you could set it like during their adult years, because then you could probably work Zero as the villain of the world.
yeah, and we could get Zara's voice actress. I don't know who voices her, but she's probably better than. No, I can't say that because Jeremy Irons' Scar was awesome.
You mean
It's like-
you mean in between when he was redubbed when singing?
Yeah, they should have had Chip Cummings voice Scar in Cage too. He sounded instead
He
of
was
that
already
one.
voicing Pete.
Yeah, and Pooh Bear.
I kind of feel Hundred Acre Words needs to stop.
It kind
I
of
do.
does.
As much as I like the world, it's just I kind of feel it's been overdone.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it's for the Disney nostalgia or Disney fans.
Yeah. Yeah, those mini games are not enjoyable to like complete.
Yeah, I thought they were kind
I
of
mean, it's
boring.
better in 2 because it's not as bad, but one was not good.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
that like the swing mini game where you had to like use Owl's wings to like get Pooh high enough.
and the tree, climbing that tree, that was unbearable.
Thankfully, 3's Hundred Acre Woods was actually pretty tame compared. It was just like kind of like Candy Crush in a way.
Or Tetris.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tetris, did you play the gummy phone games?
The what?
The gummy phone games in the game?
Oh, those like little tiger things.
Yeah,
No, I didn't do those yet.
I did
There's a lot
some.
in
They
3
were
I haven't done yet.
I did some of those. They were fun, especially when you
I still
when you
gotta
break
get all the
Mickey.
ingredients for the cooking.
They're unbearable, especially the eggs. I don't mind. I don't mind doing the other cooking parts, but the eggs is worse than fighting Sephiroth.
Yeah. Still haven't beaten him in the first game yet.
It took me over 30 times. I even had to use cheat codes, but I did. I finally did it one day in the year 2005.
Really, cheat codes for Kingdom Hearts? I didn't think there was a thing.
Well, not cheat codes. Game Shark.
Oh. Do
So
you think they'll have any other Final Fantasy villains as a boss in future games?
I hope so.
Maybe.
Who would you want as a boss in those?
Kefka?
I was gonna say that.
That would be awesome. I would freaking love Kefka in a Kingdom Hearts game as a boss.
Same.
Either him
would-
or Garland.
Hmm.
You know, speaking of Sephiroth earlier, you know, he was voiced in the first game. He was voiced by Lance Bass from NSYNC.
Yeah, it's on his Twitter as OG Sephiroth. Yeah, I'm not
I
even
thought,
kidding about that. It's actually on there.
I believe it.
I thought that was the weirdest casting choice ever.
You didn't know it was him because they synthesized his voice so much in it.
Yeah, but it's
You actually,
still maybe because I'm not that big of an NSYNC fan, but it's still weird. It's like having Justin Timberlake voice Cloud.
actually, I he's a Timberlake can actually act, so I can probably see that. But I
Yeah,
think I
but
like
not.
Steve Burton better.
Yeah, the new Cloud in the Final Fantasy remake is good.
I haven't played that one yet, so I don't really know.
He sounds like Steve Burton, but the worst Aerith was the one for Kingdom Hearts 2. She sounded like
I agree. She just seemed like she wasn't even. She was just bored or like not even trying.
she
It
sounded like
did feel like that.
she was dead. I know she
Yeah,
died in Final Fantasy 7, but she's still alive in Cage, in the Kingdom Hearts universe. They should have picked at least if they weren't going to get Mandy Moore back, they should have at least gotten someone better,
she could have
like
used
like like Laura
her
Bailey.
Advent Children voice.
Yeah, they could have gotten Laura Bailey.
Maybe I see her more as I see her more as Tifa though.
Yeah, that's true.
I do too.
Although she would have been a good Aqua. No offense to Willa Holland.
Well, yeah, Laura Bailey would have been a great Aqua. I mean,
She would
I
have.
like Willa a lot. I kind of think she was kind of like phoning it in a bit.
Yeah, but she did get better as time goes by.
She really did.
Yeah.
I thought
One
David
thing I didn't
Gallagher.
like about 3 was I found the anti-Aqua fight kind of a letdown.
With all the
Yeah.
build up there was to it, yeah, it kind of was.
Especially the
I
first
mean,
trailer
they
was.
built it up so much, and I like the concept, but it was just so easy.
The first, if I was in charge of the trailers, I would have made it like instead of end with Mickey, you're too late. I would have had her in her dark form, but we don't see it yet. We think it's an illusion.
It's like Phantom Aqua from 0.2.
Yeah, we would think, is that a Phantom Aqua or the real Aqua?
That could work actually. Could have.
I like the concept of anti-Aqua. It's just it needed to be a lot harder since it's like towards the end game.
Yeah.
And given how strong Aqua is, it was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I mean, Sora's strong, but I don't know if he's stronger than Aqua.
Now Aqua's got like so much experience and is a Keyblade master.
Yeah, I wonder how she'll do as a teacher.
As a teacher.
Interesting.
She's teaching Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine she'd teach her well. Like teach her the way Ericus taught her.
She'll be the female Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Then who's the Vader in this
That'd be actually
situation?
a cool fight. Aqua versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan already beat Kakashi, so
Hmm.
What would you say would be a bad world for Kingdom Hearts?
oh man.
I could think of a
Are we
ton.
saying worse than Atlantica? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's kind of hard.
That is hard. I was gonna
I-
say Cars, but I don't know if Cars you can do.
Mm,
I'm not a Cars fan.
I'm not either.
nah. I don't see Sora as like a car being very useful.
Yeah.
I thought it would be I don't know, not a good one. The Fox and the Hound, and I love the Fox and the Hound, but it wouldn't be a good Kingdom Hearts world.
No, it wouldn't.
Probably, because I really don't see how you would craft a story around that.
Yeah, I mean that movie's about prejudice. I think that was the.
Or wait, how about a
metaphor.
great Mouse Detective world?
That would be awesome. But you have to get the greatest Vincent Price impersonator ever.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be that hard.
Yeah, maybe what's his
But
name?
yeah, that would be a cool world to do.
What's his
Or
name
how
on
about Rescuers Down Under, or Rescuers.
Rescuers Down Under is because I didn't like the original Rescuers, but the Rescuers Down Under is underrated.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe a Bug's Life would be a bad world. Maybe.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
Probably-
I could see it. That one probably wouldn't work.
I mean, you could have Hopper as the main villain there, but I don't know how useful like you'd have Flick or the other bugs in there.
yeah. Not to mention his voice actor is controversial.
Yeah. See, how about? I mean, a good one would probably be Atlantis, the Lost Empire. That could probably be a good world.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the movie was the villain was so boring.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think he's the one that
Rourke.
started that like surprise twist villains thing that we've seen so many times in Disney movies.
The last villain that we knew was a villain from the start was Goth from Tangled.
Tangled.
Yeah.
Why can't we go back
Yeah.
to those villains?
I did like how they kind of incorporated that boss fight into her death in 3.
Yeah, felt so satisfying. I wish we had an end scene where they bring her back to her parents and the parents honored Sora and Donald and Goofy.
That
Yeah,
would be
and-
cool.
Flynn too.
Yeah, I know. They give them medals and all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I wish that
for
they had a
everything
good.
they've done, like Sora really didn't get a lot of recognition from like the people he saved from like Mulan with the Emperor.
Yeah, he did most of the work, and Mulan did. No offense to Mulan.
I'd say she did enough if you have her in your party.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Disney party member, and who's your least favorite?
Favorite? Do Final Fantasy count?
Yes.
Because I think you know who I'm talking about.
I think I know who you're talking about.
The best one.
Yeah.
The best one, in my opinion, it's probably and out of the Entity games, my favorite is probably Aladdin because
Aladdin is pretty cool.
because
Yeah, Aladdin's really good.
his limit switch, and the genie is my favorite summon.
I actually found something out in the final mix version of 2. When you summon Genie, you can swap between his dry forms at will.
That's awesome. I know.
Because if you remember in the second one, the original of the second one, it was like a gamble which form he'd be in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
My
I wish it
favorite
was
one
voiced-
is
I said I wish the genie was voiced by Robin Williams in the games.
yeah.
That would have been nice.
I think Dan is a good replacement.
Yeah, but he sounded like more like Homer Simpson than he did Robin Williams.
Well, yeah. I don't think he has very much like variety in his voice aside from Homer.
He could at least sounded like Krusty.
Yeah, favorite. Favorite? I mean, Orin is probably my favorite, but I'd have to say a close second would probably be Jack Skellington or Riku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I would I would count Kyrie, but I play as her more than when I play Remind.
True.
I like that option that they gave you the option to switch between them, even though you're just fighting the same fight again as like the first few.
Yeah. That was fun.
It was.
Especially playing as Roxas again.
Imagine switching from Sora to Donald or Goofy. Um,
I'm just glad they fixed their AI in 3
yeah. Donald could
because they
cure
seemed like
you.
they were more useful in 3 than the other games.
Yeah.
Especially
I don't-
Donald. Oh my god. In the first one?
Although Donald did save me a lot when in those games. I don't know why. It doesn't work on other people.
Oh, and Chain of Memories, Donald is pretty much useless.
Yeah. He could either cure
If
you
you're
or
fighting Axel or like the organization members, he'll just cast the thing they're immune to.
yeah. At least Goofy does the tornadoes.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
that was awesome.
that was fun.
I think Goofy's a bit more useful.
Yeah. When he got hit with the rock, did you really think he was dead? Why
Nah.
did
They
they
wouldn't do that.
why would they put that scene in? For dramatic purposes?
Yes. That's exactly why.
But now that you bring that scene up, it kind of makes me question. Do you remember in 3 where at the graveyard everyone dies and then Sora just kind of like loses it? I'm like, it seemed out of character for him
Yeah.
after that whole.
I think if
Goofy
you,
thing.
I feel like if you built up to that moment, like whether it's in 2 or say throughout the third game, I think it could have worked better. But I think the fact that it just kind of came out of left field is like, I don't know.
I feel like he just went Naruto there for a second when Neji died. Like,
Only
he feels like he's just that useless. I'm like, okay, you're really doing this now.
Yeah, like if this was Neji back in part 1, I'd be like, okay, I can kind of see this. But
I could buy it there, but
part
it's
2,
like,
yeah.
wow.
yeah, I would have made him cry, but I would not have made him go like that. In fact, Neji dying didn't make any
There's
sense.
kind of like an out of character moment for Sora.
Yeah.
Kind of was.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Lingering Will really didn't even need to be in the game.
Yeah. They added him there just because they had to bring Terra back somehow.
Although I will say I did like that twist with him that he was the guardian the whole time.
That was pretty cool.
I remember there was a lot of theories on that. Birth by Sleep is probably the most tragic game I've ever played.
It was.
Oh yeah, since all 3 of your characters basically get the short end.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
Ben didn't even age in those 12 years.
I wonder
This
if
time works differently in the room of sleep.
yeah. I wonder if they did some kind of magic spell to cause him from stinking or something.
Yeah, he
Or,
wouldn't even be able to move after 12 years of sleep.
Yeah, he probably needs a shower.
Plus, his hair would probably be down to his feet.
Yeah, that or
Then again,
but
Aqua really didn't age that much in the realm of darkness.
I think being in the realm of darkness caused her to not age, which I guess kind of makes sense.
The darkness, man, it does stuff to you.
It does. I'm thinking of what would be another good topic to talk about.
Hmm.
No, I feel like we covered
How about
almost everything.
how about I got a good one.
What's up?
It's would you say Sora Kairi and Soul Kairi is better than Narasaku? Since we're all Narasaku fans.
Narratively, I'd say yes for sure.
Yeah.
Me too.
At least
Better.
they didn't really keep flopping on who Sakura had feelings for. As
Yeah.
Sora and Kairi didn't do that like Naruto. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we knew from the first game Sora and Kairi had a thing for each other.
Same.
Yeah. I remember in the first game.
Listen, 2, they kind of hammered it home more.
Yeah, I remember
in 2 with the second Halloween Town thing, where Sora's telling Donald Goofy like, I never knew what gift to give her, and they're like, as long as she can be with you, what does she need? I'm like, you're basically just confirming they're gonna be together.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Why do people think he's gonna be with Riku?
I don't know. You got people out there like that. Like I get it. They have their thing, but they're just friends.
Yeah,
Really close friends.
I doubt they would put gayness in a Disney game. Or
I don't know. With the way Disney's being done right now, probably they would do that.
I mean, even in 2000, in 2002, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, back then it wasn't as common as it is like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Sora, I just like Sora as like a character more because he's just more likable than like Naruto.
yeah. He
I'd
doesn't
say
lie.
like better written too.
Yeah, he doesn't lie about his feelings, for one thing.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't lose Kyrie because of a rivalry.
If he did, that would be like so bad.
Yeah, like, I couldn't believe Kishi wrote that.
I don't think he did write it. If he did, he'd have to like give up his writing license.
Yeah, I agree.
Like nobody is that dumb to write that. Right. How about favorite Keyblade design? Favorite Keyblade.
Favorite Keyblade. Probably the KH2 Ultimate design.
I mean, that's a good one. But I'd say mine. That's hard. I mean, I like Wheel of Fate from 3 because that was a heavy damage dealer.
Yeah. Although I do like Oathkeeper because it symbolizes Sora and Kyrie's relationship.
Yeah, Oathkeeper and Oblivion are probably the most symbolic Keyblades. It's kind of fitting Roxas has them.
Yeah. Because
I like the Keyblades you get from Leon in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Those are cool design wise.
They are. What would you say is the worst Keyblade design?
Metal Chocobo, probably.
Yeah, that was probably the worst Keyblade period. Although
That or
the hunt-
Mysterious. That or the Atlantica Keyblade from 2.
oh, when I saw the design, I was like, really?
I think
least they-
Crab Claw looked better.
Yeah, at least it had an original design. Well, yeah.
What do you think of the Zigbar's Lushu twist?
I was like, really? That he's Lucio? I thought he was gonna be Master of Masters.
Yeah, oh, it kind of makes me wonder, like, does that kind of like demean Xehanort as a villain, kind of, since Lucio was kind of behind the whole thing with Xehanort?
Yeah. They should have at least
Or would you say
made
it's Zetsu done right?
Zetsu.
Like the Zetsu twist kind of done right?
Yeah. Or
Even
Or
though
Obito.
it kind of made no sense in Kingdom Hearts, but I still think it was kind of better.
yeah.
Considering the way like he acted, would you think he was Lucio? With the whole laid back surfer accent?
Yeah.
Because then you question Birth by Sleep with him as Brig the whole time.
If there's one thing you wanted to rewrite in Kingdom Hearts 3, what would it be?
One thing to rewrite in 3? Good question.
Yeah.
How the power of waking works.
Good one. That's a good one.
Here's what I would rewrite. Make Kyrie be the tutorial character.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
that'd
a
be
good
good.
one.
Have her explore Twilight Town and have her connect to.
So wait, would you
Hang on.
start playing as? Wait, would you play as Sora in Olympus, switch to Kyrie, then go back to Sora?
Yeah, that'd be better. Have her go to Radiant Garden and have her some flashbacks of her childhood, and have her hold her hand as it goes.
Yeah, because really, she didn't really do much till like the end of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what? Momora's not done with her.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's the big thing about Kingdom Hearts. He's not. Which is honestly the thing I find kind of funny when people said that Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be the end all be all, but I remember Nomura saying that it's technically the end of the.
Xehanort saga.
Yeah, the
yeah,
Xehanort
it's the end
saga.
of the saga they're on. Yes, it is the end of the Dark Seeker saga.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I rewrite the Power of Waking because they really never explained what it is or if there was a consequence for it.
You know what else I would add? I would also add her meeting other characters at different worlds, like meeting her at Tangled World, for example, and she and Rapunzel would connect as friends,
Tangle would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could see that.
and
Or
they
like
sing.
Elsa.
Yeah, and they sing "I See the Light" together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that them doing that and Sora and Kyrie imagining it's them there.
Yeah, and they blush thinking about it.
You have her in with Sora more in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
if you
have also.
be training while she's with him. It's not like she needed to be confined to that space with Lee.
I would also rewrite the Frozen world to make it to where they go in Arendelle first before the coronation.
Yeah, because you could also develop Hans more.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
imagine when Kyrie when they find out Anna wants to marry Hans to some guy she just met, and they go and they'll say, "Oh no, that's too dumb."
Yeah,
Which I
yeah.
get.
You
I get why.
Kyrie with Sora that whole time. Like she could
Huh?
get training on the go.
Yeah,
you could
I
have
would,
had Kyrie with Sora the whole time and get trained that way, because that's pretty much how he got trained.
yeah, you learn,
If you think about,
and I would also develop her and Donald and Goofy's relationship too.
Yeah.
I could see
like, say that again.
her and Donald and Goofy's relationship. I could see
Yeah,
him. I could see her making jokes about Donald, but he gets bad at first, but then laughs it off because Kyrie is that pure hearted, and you know what I mean.
yeah,
Because Donald sure made fun of Sora a lot in the third game, which I thought it was kind of out of character.
yeah.
Then again,
It's Donald. He probably would do that.
yeah, I do love in the first game when he didn't care about Sora at all in the first, but then when Sora stabbed himself, he begged him to come back.
Yeah, kind of showed their progression as a team throughout the game. It's like the whole Deep Jungle World. They were at those two were at odds.
Yeah,
I will say another good Kyrie moment is where she hugs that shadow that's Sora as she's getting toppled and he comes back.
yeah. That's another sign that they were gonna be together because her light brought him back. I mean, how obvious is that?
Yeah,
You know, I also hope in the next world, I hope her and Shion develop a friendship.
yeah, that'd be cool since basically Shion is Kyrie.
Yeah, and I also hope they Shion and Roxas get more screen time
Yeah, I
and
mean they had a whole game, but they could get more of a reunion.
Did you hear? Speaking of the next game, did you hear it was leaked?
I heard. Who was it on Heaven and Earth said that?
Yeah,
And that an Unchained Key remake was also might have been leaked too.
yeah, that looks interesting. I hope it's not. I hope the PS4 will get it too, because I don't think I'm ready to get a PS5 yet.
Yeah, Sam. What do you think is gonna happen with the foretellers with Lucio, given the ending?
I think they're gonna.
It
I
seems
think
like they're confused on what they're good or bad.
Yeah. I. Do you think he'll kill them?
I don't know. It's just like I don't really know what he's planning because that Unchained Key movie just made things more confusing with them.
Yeah, I was so confused. What's in that black box? Is it like the Pulp Fiction thing?
At this point, it pretty much is until we get an answer.
I love Pulp Fiction. I heard that's made by Disney. Imagine a Pulp Fiction world.
Hopefully,
Ah, I don't know. With Pulp Fiction, I kind of felt it was kind of a bit too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, it's an out of order story, so it's kind of confusing to follow.
Plus, it wasn't the best movie of that year. Shawshank Redemption was.
I don't know. Tarantino movies are like hard to follow at times.
Yeah, I'm not a big Tarantino fan. I don't follow him. I don't understand him.
I get his style, but his movies are just way too long anymore.
Yeah, and
what was the last movie he made?
I think the last one he did was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's what that one was. Yeah.
Last one I saw was Django.
Django.
Django Unchained.
Yeah, I know he did the Hateful Eight, but
I still haven't watched that one yet, but I want to.
yeah,
Mostly because Kurt Russell's in it. Incredibles
See,
was awesome.
the one I saw before, the one I saw was Inglourious Bastards. That's the last one that I saw.
Yeah, that was a confusing one too.
That was like I remember there was so much hype around. I'm like, it's not
Out for like
bad,
20
but it's
minutes.
like what's going on?
Yeah, because you'll have like a scene going on for like 20 minutes of them talking.
Right?
I know a
Plus,
good Disney.
Brad Pitt was kind of wasted in it.
Yeah, back to Kingdom Hearts. I know a good world. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh.
Oh no, you're not gonna get that. No,
Yeah, I know. Because
Jessica
But
Rabbit
ima-
alone would prevent it.
I know, but imagine that would happen if Warner Brothers would allow their characters to be in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, you'd probably just be limited to like Roger, Eddie, Jessica, and Judge Doom and the Weasels at most.
Yeah.
I've got an interesting
So would they-
one. Okay,
Would it
that?
be before Bob Hopkins died, or would they, if it was done now?
good question. I was gonna say I've got two worlds I could think of.
What's that?
A Codename Kids Next Door world, or Ben 10.
So we're
Even though they're-
crossing from Disney to Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
Or Samurai Jack.
That one too.
What about Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon?
Mm,
Would that work? I mean, I could see him and Aang being good friends.
yeah,
You could also see Zuko and Riku being good friends too.
yeah, Zuko and Riku.
What about Kyrie and Katara?
Yeah,
Good. Katara.
I was gonna say Toph and Kyrie, but I could see.
no, I think Katara more.
Yeah,
Because they're both motherly figures.
that is true.
Yeah, they're both themed after water, basically too.
Yeah,
Good point.
and they both have
'Cause I
tragic
think Kyrie's name is Lang from water.
and they both have tragic backstories. Kyrie's
Yeah,
parents are probably dead.
yeah. The
Katara's
thing with
mom.
Kyrie is we don't know her full backstory yet.
We don't know Sora's parents. I wonder if his
No,
parents.
we don't. We've only heard his mom. We've only heard his mom.
I wonder what he had for dinner that night.
I wonder what happened when he never came down. She went to go look for him for 2 years.
She forgot about him in Chain of Memories. I wonder what she's like. Honey, whose room is this? 2. Why is your office in Sora's room?
Reasons unknown.
I find it weird that they brought Hayner, Pence, and Olette to Destiny Island. 'Cause
That
remember
was-
the rule you can't do that?
That is a little weird.
I guess Mickey said, "Screw it, let's bring them for celebration."
Yeah. Forget the world order.
You mentioned earlier before the podcast that National Treasure World would be funny.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, but only if
Nicholas-
they get Cage back as Ben.
Yeah, he's the only actor that is believable that can make that movie work.
What's another weird world
Especially-
I could think of?
Definitely not the Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
No. Matrix.
Nah, I mean,
How about Men in Black wouldn't fit?
No.
nah.
I think Matrix would be
going back to
interesting, but
Toy
it'd be
Story 4
weird
for
to
a
channel
second.
too.
Going back to Toy Story 4 for a second, I just have to say that Reeves was probably the only thing I really liked in Toy Story 4 as when he was Duke Kaboom,
Mm-hmm.
the stunt toy.
I
That
love
was really
Keenan.
the only thing I liked in that movie.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he had the time of his life just recording those lines.
I heard he's one of the
Yeah.
nicest human beings in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah, he seems like he's really nice.
He does a lot of
I'm just
charities
glad
and
he got
all.
his career back in order.
Yeah, I mean, I think his first, besides Bill and Ted, his first hit was Speed, which I'd never seen, by the way. I want to though.
Yeah, that was actually a good one for him. But
that
after
one
like
and
Yes.
what was the other one?
Matrix,
I think it was what
his
Point.
career kind of went on the downtread till 2014.
Let's see. This was back in the '90s, but Point Break was a pretty good one too.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I got
him and
one.
Patrick.
Indiana
What?
Jones World.
Yeah, well, technically, it's made by LucasArts, and I think LucasArts is owned by Disney.
That is.
It is. You could get Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah, I wonder if Harrison Ford would do it.
I mean,
No,
he
he
is
won't.
currently. They are currently making the fifth one, so it's entirely possible.
Yeah, but he's getting a bit too old for that, and I don't think he can do voice work that good.
Yeah.
Would Pocahontas work? Did you like Pocahontas?
I never saw it.
Yeah, it's okay. The movie's okay.
I mean,
I
you
would-
could probably make it work. I mean, you could. They made Tron. They made Tron work both times.
Well, I just remembered a good one. The Emperor's New Groove.
Mm.
That might work.
I wonder if they would do the fourth wall jokes. Because
They probably could.
that's what's made the movies funny.
Or to get
Or Tron.
David Spade back as Cusco.
You definitely could get Patrick Warburton back as Kronk.
Yeah. Or how about Aladdin 3, The King of Thieves?
Yes.
I would not be
Let's
opposed
just
to that.
finish those movies off. Because you already did the first two movies in a way.
Yeah. I think King of Thieves is kind of underrated, truth be told.
Yeah. One thing, Robin Williams came
King
back.
of Thieves was a good finale to the series.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, you got Aladdin,
But
then
you
you
could
got.
probably get John Rhys Davies back as his dad.
Yeah.
But Saluk's voice actor is dead.
Yeah, well, they redid Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast, and that's the same guy
Yeah, I know.
as Saluk in the movie.
Mhm.
What about Cinderella 3? That wouldn't work.
Nah.
I think it depends on how you tackle that one, but it'd be
That's a
tricky.
time travel thing, isn't it?
I think no, is it? I know it's
Yeah.
the one where, I know it's the one where you recontextualize a few things, but yeah, it does involve that.
Princess and the Frog.
Huh.
I wonder how that would work.
I don't know about that one per se.
Wait, what about Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, I love Robin Hood.
Robin Hood could work.
That could work. Or Jungle Book.
Yeah, one of my favorite Disney
like
movies.
unused codes for it in Birth by Sleep for Jungle Book.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Lilo and Stitch, but then I remember that they technically did that in Birth by Sleep.
You kind of did like the first half of the movie in Birth by Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder how
The
long.
whole deep space thing.
I guess you can make it work, but you can have it it where it takes it took Stitch years to meet Lilo. I,
Yeah, because last we
'Cause he
saw
does-
him, he was in Radiant Garden.
yeah, just as long as they don't make it based off of the anime that they made. They made Stitch anime and it was not very good.
Because
Lilo
he finds Lilo's like all grown up with a kid.
yeah, and Lilo abandoned him.
Isn't the Stitch anime kind of non-canon though?
Yeah. What else would be good?
Or Treasure
You know what else?
Planet, I've heard is like what people wanted.
Yeah, I never seen that movie, but maybe one day next week I'll take a look at it.
How about an extremely goofy movie?
Yeah, or how
Where you
about
gotta help Max win the X Games.
yeah, and if Kingdom Hearts was in one crossed with Warner Brothers, they do Space Jam.
Probably
Would it be Michael Jordan, LeBron James?
both.
Probably LeBron James.
Yeah,
I doubt you're gonna get Michael Jordan back for that.
yeah. I heard he's my. I've heard he's a big jerk, and I loved
Michael
watching him
Jordan?
growing up. Yeah, I watched his. I watched that documentary on the Chicago Bulls, and he was a jerk. But he was. But I did like his competitive. Imagine Sora playing basketball.
Well, there's already Fruit Bowl in Kingdom Hearts, so not that far off.
Yeah. If not in Kingdom Hearts, which characters would you like to see at least in Disney Town or whatever? I'd like to see the Professor. What's his name?
Ludwig von
Yes.
Drake.
Yes. I'm so disappointed he's not in one.
That would be cool.
You know what else would be cool? Having Walt Disney be a part of Kingdom Hearts. Make him like the god of Kingdom Hearts or something like that.
Or make him Kingdom Hearts itself.
That would be weird.
I'm just surprised that after like what, almost 20 years, we don't even know what the Kingdom Hearts even is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like heaven or something.
Maybe.
Because it keeps changing depending on what Nomura is doing at the time.
Yeah. You know what? They could also add how about they could also add old Disney cameos for Disney characters like Recess and Radiant Garden or something.
Yeah, they could like just wander around the town.
Yeah, and you save
You
them
really
from
don't
heart.
need that much. Like just like a little nod wink to them.
Yeah.
Or Proud Family.
or I know a really bad world. High School Musical.
Oh God. Yeah, good luck trying to get Zac Efron back for that.
Yeah. I never was a fan of Disney Channel shows, live action Disney Channel
Yeah.
shows.
I wasn't too much of a fan either. If you told.
There wasn't that many. I watched them as a younger, but I didn't really watch them that much.
I just thought of a weird, but kind of cool crossover if he was owned by Disney. Or so technically he was in Wreck-It Ralph, Sonic.
I could see that.
I could see it
I mean,
too.
you had Zangief in Wreck-It Ralph, so maybe Street Fighter.
Imagine how about I know a good one, a Kingdom Hearts fighting game like Street Fighter.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I want you could I would besides Sora, I would probably play as Kyrie the most.
Kyrie be your main.
That or probably Roxas.
Now, would they be able to use their weapons? Is the thing.
Yeah, and they do special
Or does it
moves.
be like straight hand to hand?
Did you ever read the Kingdom Hearts manga?
I read the first one and Chain of Memories. I think one volume of two.
I've
I
read.
can say they like cut a lot of corners in the manga.
I was gonna say that I've read the light novel for the first game, and they did cut some corners there, but
I like how they
Because in the
gave
manga,
Kyrie.
there's like really not even any fighting, and they skip a lot of the worlds in that.
they did.
I think the only worlds you got in the first manga are Transverse, Wonderland, Agrabah, Atlantica, Neverland, and Hollow Bastion, and End of the World. I think in Olympus, they had like 8 of the worlds is there.
I like how they gave Kyrie more character.
At least she has a character.
Yeah, she's not Hinata.
Yep.
At least she's not that. At least.
She doesn't make a scarf while her loved ones are in trouble. Well, I guess that's all the time we have. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was fun.
We'll do it again sometime.
Yep.
See ya.
Later.
See ya.